Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fuel&Fumes podcast. We are the hosts who bring you everything from racing news and gambling picks, both which are in no particular order. We bring you all the racing series to the table, discussing all the breaking news from Formula One, IndyCar, and all the endurance racing. McGregor, how are we doing?
Better now, Spencer. I am so glad to be talking to you. It feels like it's been weeks since we've caught up, but it's actually only been at least 1 week because we have this lovely here podcast that release every Friday, record mostly on Monday. But yeah, buddy, I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad, man. I've finally, after 3 years of playing fantasy hockey, I finally made it to the finals.
Hell yeah,
in the
dude.
finals this week for the fantasy. Yeah, luckily I was able to do a brokerage deal between the two first place, which are me and Mr. Austin. And I was like, listen, first place is 300, second place is 150. I said, let's just either split it right now or we'll do 250 and 200. And we made it work. So,
wow.
Yeah, I broke a deal, which was nice. It's going to be close. It's basically, I got McDavid, he's got McKinnon. So it'll be a good little battle between the boys for sure.
So you don't think you have a single shot at winning?
No, I do.
The people
do.
that strike those deals, man, I've encountered them in fantasy, and it's like, hey, dude, let's just split the prize money. Like they have no idea.
I have confidence, but I'm also not a greedy gambler. If I can take 250 home over 350, I'll just take the 250. Like if it's guaranteed, I'll take it.
That's smart, dude. You're like Mickey Mace, but for fantasy hockey.
Yep. So, just happy to be here. I've always made these teams the past 2 years, which have been incredible teams, but I've realized that don't pick up guys who are injury prone. You pick up these guys that are incredible. Yeah. Mark Stone, fuck, man. The guy's got a back problem. Don't pick him up. Don't touch him. But yeah, I've developed this team that fortunately has made it to the final. So I'm excited to see if the boys can take it home.
Yeah, hell yeah, Spencer. As a fantasy guy myself, I don't play hockey. I play football. I've recently started playing baseball as a means of getting into the sport of baseball. Man, we spent the first week figuring out how it's scored, but we're doing a categories league. So it's like you could hit 100 home runs in a day, but if the guy you're facing has 101, you're not doing shit,
Really?
Yeah, so it's like you're compared straight off those stats. But it's fun, man. I've been actually watching a little bit of bat and ball, as we like to call it here in the house. And I hate it so much. I figured you would. But yeah, no, it's been good, and nothing beats just a nice afternoon baseball game. You can just
Nothing does. No, nothing.
Oh,
beats
yeah.
No, I
nothing
agree.
Beats it.
I agree. Like, especially like if you got like an afternoon Sunday game, if you're at the game too, you can crush some dogs.
A little 3:10 start.
Yeah.
Crack in, sit in.
It's
Holy
great.
smokes.
Head to the Moose, crank some beers, walk over to the beautiful, beautiful Rogers Center, and then sit your ass down and watch 9 innings of belligerent baseball.
Good quality baseball. And it's 2 hours now. You can't beat that.
You can also get nice nosebleeds for like $30 Canadian.
Dude,
like
cheaper. $10.
Yeah, like it's cheap, man. You can get some solid nosebleeds. That's the only sport you can get nosebleeds at, and it doesn't matter. It truly does not matter.
I mean, 182 games a season.
Yeah.
And there's at minimum 160 games a week. It's a numbers game. It's for the people. They've made it accessible for everybody, and that's why I think it's America's sport, and I think they should make it Canada's sport as well. Maybe behind hockey, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. And we're complaining that there's 24 races. We're like, these drivers are going through too much.
They're gonna be so tired.
These guys are playing 182 games, fucking Tommy John surgery, ready to go. Like
Shohei Ohtani has to bet on 32 games this week. Are you kidding me?
He does. You see how much money was being taken out of his account? I don't know if it was weekly, but it might have been on a monthly basis, like 150,000. They're like, how didn't you know this money was coming out of your account?
Bro,
dude, the guy signed a deal for over $500 million. You think he gives a fuck about where that money went to?
I guarantee you he doesn't look at his bank account.
Fuck no. You wouldn't look at your bank account. You think he's looking at his Chase banking account every day?
I don't look at my betting account, and I have no deal. I have no job. No. I just do it, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
No deal or no deal. Dude, he's not looking at his fucking account. Are you kidding me? He's not some broke college student looking at how much he can take his, this girl out on Tinder. He don't give a fuck, but he's got $500 million. He's not looking at the account. He doesn't know where it went.
He doesn't give a rip.
Nope.
But yeah, man, he's a good guy. He's been quiet for me on my team so far this year, but
Shohei, eh?
I do, but he's just batting version of Shohei because pitching version has taken the year off. So, yeah, he's not doing much right now, but hey, man,
Should have just came to Toronto.
Should have came to Toronto. The sushi party was ready for him. Oh, Spencer, that's a lovely looking drink you have in your hands.
Yeah. You know what it is, actually?
I might have an idea. I think I've dabbled here and there with it. That looks like a strawberry watermelon ice C4, one of the best. Who, funny enough, fuels this podcast. Spencer?
I was waiting for you to do the ad read. I panicked there. I thought you were going for it.
Yeah,
so
no.
I let you out there.
I was looking for an approach angle, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This episode is fueled by C4 Energy. Remember to use code FUMES, FUMES, for 20% off at checkout.
No, see, you have the reading problem, but now I have the reading glasses, as you see, because I went to the optometrist the other day, and I've never felt so fucking old in my life when I had some optometrists tell me I need reading glasses. What am I, 50?
Yeah,
and
man.
then I realized that even with my contacts, you have to take these suckers on and off.
Yeah.
And on and off, because I can't see past fucking 5 feet. So now I'm sitting here, and they're like, well, we recommend you get basically a lanyard to put around your glasses. Am I a 50-year-old secretary woman? What are you talking about? You want me to get a lanyard for my reading glasses?
It looks like you mugged one for those glasses, buddy. Those things are crazy.
You leave me alone. These are the ones I leave at home that nobody sees, okay? These are the ones that stay in my house, in my parents' basement. # still here. Okay? You leave me alone right now.
Oh, the only people that get to see it this week are the millions and millions of viewers that watch our podcast. So, hey, man, and it's growing. You've done absolute numbers this week. So why don't you tell the people what's going on with our socials here?
Yeah, socials are crushing it. I'm almost considering, after I do this quick rant of our socials, I'm considering almost making our page into almost a F1 meme page, because I see some F1 meme pages out there. They're like kind of funny, but
they're very funny, Spencer. There's some heavy hitters in the meme department.
There's some heavy hitters, but I think it can definitely get controversial, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We posted one this week, of course, with the infamous sketch who's just taken over the internet day by day as McGregor goes and does his.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, okay. He's taking it over. So we did a little bit with Sketch and Ricardo, and now when I wrote this, it had 116,000 views, but now we're at like 120, and it just keeps spiraling, buddy. It's just going, and we have over 142 hours watched this video. So yeah, we just got to keep pumping out videos. It may just be a meme page, because our videos of us, you guys don't care about us. You guys want us to hear our jokes, and we can do that. That is something we can provide, brother.
It is not that the people don't like us. It is that the Instagram algorithm doesn't like us.
That's true.
I'm not sure what it is. They like Sketch. They like Daniel Ricardo. Bang. We produce it. I was saying we should make a burner account. It just seems hilarious what you can achieve with a burner account. But I mean, now that we're saying we're getting rid of the anonymity of it. But sorry, what were you saying?
There was some ones that I sent you this weekend that I was actually pissing my pants, but I was like, I don't even know if because I showed it to someone and they're like, just post it. And I was just like, we could just post it. Like
we could just post. We could just go for it, dude.
We could just go for it. And if the sponsor comes back and says, hey, you can't do that, it's borderline. Like, don't
get me wrong. Slap on their ass.
It's a slap on. It's not as bad. I think in this culture too, I think the jokes that we spit around on a day-to-day basis are bad. And then what we think we can post isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But it's a mental game. It's like, what can you post and what can't you post? Or what can you get away with is rather how you should pose it.
Yeah, exactly. What's going to raise eyebrows, but not raise them enough where it's like they're looking at you differently now.
I'll make it pretty brief of what the meme was. It was just how Lewis Hamilton's going to Ferrari and he loves throwing the gay pride flag on his helmet.
Yeah.
Ferrari's not going to like that. And that was basically the premise of this meme. And I want to post it. I might just like, hey, listen, give me a few drinks and I'll post it. No doubt I'll post it.
Okay. We could arrange those for you.
Yeah.
We could get you some drinks in hand right now.
Yeah.
I'll Venmo you some.
Venmo, as if we have Venmo here.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's weird because like we're in a day and age where you could just get canceled for looking at something funny or not get canceled in Christian Horner's case.
Yeah.
Not going to talk about it, but it's just weird. And I mean, who knows? We toe the line pretty well, I think. We toe the line.
Yeah, I might just say fuck it and do it. I'm gonna just see how controversial we can get, and then when we get like a hey, you can't do that, then I'll stop. But until then, I will keep on chugging like I'm Thomas the Engine Train.
Yep, hell yeah, brother. I'm in full sport. I always am.
I love that. That's all you need. All you need is two white guys that just trust each
Yeah.
other and just
Woo! We
ride
can,
through.
yeah, we'll just push each other forward, build each other up, BEOU, as we like to say, building each other up.
Yep.
It's a big thing. We're going to do that.
Yep. McGregor went to leadership camp when he was 15. Don't worry.
Yeah. I did not, Spencer. I saw you there, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there. Yeah. I was there. How they trust me with those kids is beyond me.
Yeah. Look at the person you are today.
Yeah. Again, perfect example. I don't
Good
know how
guy.
Good,
Fucking good guy.
And as we continue on our rant of how good of guys we are, we've also had some more locations pop up on our podcast radar of our stats downloads of where you guys are listing in from.
My goodness.
And did you see which ones they are, or
no? I have seen in the past that we've got some from some obscure locations. And that is just like, it's my favorite game, just checking in to see where people are listening from. But if we do have new people here, hello, welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, this one was crazy. Guantanamo Bay, man. We had people listening in from.
Hell yeah. They got cell phones in prisons now?
Yeah, they got cell phones in prison. I don't know how they're watching it with all the car batteries being taken out, but I guess they're
maybe it's a torture method. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, they're probably sitting down and making them watch Max Verstappen win over and over and over again. They're like, please let it stop.
Make it stop. But yeah, I think one of my favorite locations that they listened from was somewhere in Romania. It was just the middle of nowhere. Or we get a lot from Pennsylvania too. It's awesome.
Yeah. Did you see the new 4 one we got? We got 4 new ones that I have yet to see. I've seen one of these, but the other 4 I have not seen.
Haven't seen them. Where are they at?
I've seen Taiwan, bro.
Wow.
Taiwan, yeah.
Making it big.
Making it big. We got Australia, probably Daniel Ricciardo again.
Yeah.
We keep talking about it. We keep producing it. It's coming out. Yeah. Mexico.
Okay.
And Germany.
Yes. The motherland.
Yes, the motherland, my people. So,
yeah.
No, I just like what they've done in the past. So.
It's like that and Green Day music. I can agree with everything that they've ever said and done.
Yep.
It's all there for the taking.
True.
Just a worldwide partnership right here. We're going worldwide, Spence.
We are going worldwide. So yeah, if you're tuned in, hey, hit us up on socials. We reply. If you're looking for something content-wise, speaking-wise, we will take it and we will regurgitate whatever you want us to talk about, because we just scratch this up on a piece of paper and then we just start spewing. So
exactly,
whatever you want to hear,
we can get you on the script.
No, we'll put him down.
Yeah, put him down like a sick puppy.
Yes. Or a full age puppy. We don't know.
It doesn't matter.
We don't know what you guys do in your free time.
We don't care, man. Just back to it. Spencer, shall we get into some of the news stories of the week?
Let's rock and roll, buddy.
Take us away, brother.
Oh, it's me. I thought you were going for it. That's fine. I panicked.
I thought you, brother.
Okay, so the first news story of the week is that we have the FIA has revealed that the official verdict on Ricciardo's crash this weekend has been put to the past. The stewards added that there is no further action. No further action. There will be no further action. Yeah, no, it's true. It's the problem is, right when I went to the German, I was like, flashback. I like kind of blanked.
Yeah.
So the stewards have added that there's no further action that will be taken, explaining that accordingly, they have determined that this will be the first lap incident, decided to take no further action. If this incident had occurred on the subsequent lap or with the presence of a third car, there would have been a different decision made altogether. So basically, Ricciardo gets out of this clean, of course, with his incident with Alexander Albon within the first lap of the race this past weekend at the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yep.
I didn't think much was going to happen from it, but it was a little aggressive. It was funny that our meme said that, pressure makes diamonds, but apparently, no, Ricciardo just folded this weekend, which is a little tough to see, but I just want to kind of hear your thoughts. Do you think it was the right decision that there should be nothing else taken into consideration with this crash and he just basically gets away hands free?
Yeah, dude, when the pressure's on, Ricciardo crumbles. And I think that's kind of, it's got to be a stipulation in the rule book because Albon was hot on his trail. He was looking like he was going to make a move sooner or later, but that dart across was just deadly. And you know what? I think that's just a first lap racing incident. They just like it happens. And honestly, his movement was a little sporadic, but you're trying to cover off people that you don't even see. So maybe the FIA was like, you know what? His career is going to suffer more from this than anything that we could do. So we'll give no punishment and let the team deal with the rest. It's like a disappointed parent. Like
Yep.
I'll deal with this when they get caught, stealing or whatever. But yeah, I think it's just going to put Ricardo one notch down from being a good guy. And yeah, I don't think the FIA could really do anything about it. So what do you think, Spence?
Yeah, I didn't think much of it. I'm surprised they even really investigate, but I think they have to do in every case that a major crash happens. I love the red flag, though. Hit that at plus 250, which was nice. Redemption
Hell
from
yeah.
the week before, which I've gotten fucking robbed on when I have George Russell crying upside down asking for a red flag, and he doesn't get one. So I had a redemption on that, which was beautiful. But yeah, I didn't think much of it. It's just a little aggressive. It was an aggressive move on the fact of what they both were kind of thinking in that line. It's hard to say. I knew something was going to happen because it's just such a tight circuit that doesn't allow much error to kind of go without, significant problems.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you kind of thought that was going to happen, but yeah, I don't think anything abnormal happened in that scenario. I think it was dealt with properly, and yeah, they just moved on with the race, and we'll get to the race in a little bit, but that was just the news to clear up that little investigation.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Both of those guys have gotten into a little bit of trouble with the whole crashing and underperforming, like, Albon. So it'll be interesting to see what the repercussions are moving forward. If, Williams has another chassis for China, that's another unknown that we have no idea about. Because there was talks of them not having one this week.
Yeah, well, they used Albon's destroyed one from
Right.
the week before, and then Sargent went out there and just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't really help their whole problem with the past 2 weeks. And yeah, funding's going to be a massive problem with that team if they continue to go in the direction they are.
Yep.
Don't put Mick Schumacher in that car because he'll do the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Williams is going in a really tough direction. It's crazy to think that at one point in time, they're an extremely dominant Formula One team, and now they are just playing bumper cars. So yeah, I hope the team can figure it out. I hope Sargent stops getting the ass into the stick. And that's all I got for Williams.
Yeah, you know what? It's tough to, we're coming off the offseason where Andretti was denied because they were going to be quote unquote non-competitive fast enough. Meanwhile, there's teams on the grid that don't have the capacity to produce spare parts.
Yep.
What the hell is that all about? Because Williams, they've been on the team, like they've been on the grid. No one's questioning that. And their drivers just haven't been competing. And then there's also just this added part where they're taking people out of the race. They're reducing the quality of racing by removing that extra guy. And for what? Like, why is no one questioning that?
Yeah, it's strange too, because you got to think about this year is an abnormal one, because now you have Alpine, you also have Kick Sauber, Williams, and Haas, which are all points that might not collect points this season.
Yeah. Haas is doing well.
Haas was doing well. No, I take that back, because Hulkenberg has collected one top 10, but the rest, like even K-Mag actually had a decent race. So I take back Haas out of that, but those teams fucking suck
so badly.
I cannot believe how bad Alpine was when they were asking Ocon with I think there was about half the race left. They said, "Can you push?" And he's in dead last. He's like, "I'm doing everything I can right now to just scrape by." So it's an interesting scenario to see a lot of teams just being absolute bottom feeders. Like there's a lot of good middle pack racing when you have the Red Bulls with the RB Racing. You also have a lot of other teams with Mercedes now, which is a mid-pack team, unfortunately.
Very mid-pack.
Very mid-pack. But you have these fights for, these bottom or middle points or last ladder points with, even with Stroll going in there, that, there's these good mid-pack fights, but there's bottom feeder teams. Like,
it's
It's not good.
These guys jostling around for position is essentially moving deck chairs on the Titanic. Like, they're not really doing anything. They're putting on an okay show. They're putting a little bit of action into it. But like it's all really for nothing. Like, it's who's the tallest midget here?
Yep.
Pardon me if you can't use the word midget anymore, but
I'm 5'8". I can technically say I'm a midget. It's fine.
I think it's 4'8's the cutoff.
No, it's 5'8" now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's 5'8" now, buddy.
The short king movement. But yeah, no, it's just ridiculous that like is Formula One too technologically advanced now, where these mid-pack teams that they're not the Red Bulls, they're not the Mercedes, like these guys can't compete.
Nope.
Can we just dial it back a little bit? Can we put some bubble wrap on the car?
Yeah, you'd love to see it, but until they kind of get that fixed out, you're gonna have these, bottom teams. So
And it sucks to watch, but I'm still a big Haas supporter. So
yeah, Haas till the day I die.
They're doing numbers right now, so I'm all here for it.
On to our next news story. Last year's Formula 2 championship, Teo Pourchaire. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you nailed it, dude.
Thank you. In his recent Instagram story suggests that he may be driving in IndyCar Long Beach. The Instagram story that he posted today, or it was yesterday, shows him in Indianapolis in the gym. I don't know what gym he is at, because that is not the IMS Motor Speedway gym. That gym is like a million years old. He was at this high-tech gym. We're talking like near like fitness. What is it called? LA Fitness? Yeah, he was.
Could it be Pit Fit, maybe?
It could be, dude.
I've heard a couple of the boys talking about that one.
He was looking like he was ready to take off for space after he did some deadlifts. So the rumor is he will be driving the number 6 Chevrolet for the Arrow McLaren, as David Malukas is still injured from his mountain biking accident, and Kyle Milot is unable to drive due to a calendar conflict with WEC. How do we think that he may perform if he gets the ride? I've also put in brackets, he's definitely going to get this ride, because he must be in Indianapolis for a reason. He's clearly, taking the challenge on of IndyCar.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how do you think he will do if he gets that ride?
Well, dude, he's going to be rusty as hell. I can't remember the last thing that Teo Pourchaire did in an open wheel car that wasn't, the F2 championship, or I think he did a test with maybe Alfa Romeo, I guess.
Alpha.
And the car was broken. He got one lap in and couldn't drive it. So, yeah, he's going to have to knock off a little bit of rust, I think. But you know what? This could be a great pivot for him. Just, since there's been no like F1 seats, that this could be the next logical step for an F2 champion. They come over here, they just start saying, hey, y'all, and drive some Indy cars.
The one thing for people that, again, are new to the podcast or don't watch IndyCar has no power steering. So you are fighting the car like you are trying to ride on the back of a dune worm. There is absolutely no power steering, and the car wants to fight you in every which direction you pull it. So that's a very, very difficult challenge for a lot of any driver coming that doesn't have experience, especially European drivers that also don't ride ovals.
Yeah.
Having that new series is very hard. Even if you're a competitive driver, it's a different beast to tackle. You even saw legends like Jimmy Johnson come over from NASCAR, who is, I think he's a 7 or 8 time world champion.
I think he's 7-time. Yeah.
7-time. And he struggled even on the ovals.
Wow.
It's not an easy series to swap over from. So it'll be interesting to see how he's able to wrangle the car, and if he's able to really come out and be competitive. He's in a competitive car. Air McLaren is always a good car to be in. So it's hard. Long Beach is not an easy track either. Honestly, none of these IndyCar tracks are easy. So we'll see. We'll see what he's able to do.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I was just watching a podcast clip of Connor Daly and Pietro Fittipaldi talking about how, the adjustment over to IndyCar, and because he's a F2, is he a champion as well?
Who? Fittipaldi? No.
Yeah, Fittipaldi. No, not a champion. No. Well, he came over from F2, right?
Yeah, he came over from F2. He's racing IndyCar this year.
But yeah, so he was talking to Connor saying like, oh, dude, this is the most tired I've ever been after a race and yada, yada. And like, I was looking in the comments, apparently Roman Grosjean's crashed from being too tired in like the middle of a race. Like, I guess the athleticism and strength that you need to drive an IndyCar, I think gets greatly overlooked. But yeah, it's nothing, not for the faint of heart.
I kind of relate this to the fact of when you hear guys that were older guys specifically that were playing hockey, especially at a professional level in like the 90s and 2000s, when they played and they're like, "Did you work out when you were scoring 40 goals?" The guys were like,
Yeah.
"Not a fucking chance."
Fuck no.
Nah, it's just I was crushing beers. I wouldn't
Smoking
say that's
steaks.
yeah, I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that's the same level of F3 and F2 drivers. I bet these guys are working out to a capacity. I
Yeah.
think some guys probably
100%.
aren't to an extent, because they come to the series and they're like, I am gassed. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start in regards to getting in the car and having a competitive race because I'm just so exhausted. And if you're not used to working out at that capacity, like these guys are dead.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
no.
it's a different type of endurance, not endurance racing, but your body feels like it's gone through a marathon after driving an IndyCar. You see these guys that are just plastered and exhausted. It's a different beast than Formula One.
Yeah, dude, I'm not sure what being race fit entails,
Mhm.
or what race fit in F1 versus, IndyCar entails. But man, I'd love to do a workout with one of these drivers just to
Mhm.
see, like, what they're training, get the iron neck on, see how much I could lift with it. That'd
I
be
was gonna
sweet.
say, I think that's the word. I think that's the thing that you and me would just get absolutely plowed on is
Yeah,
just doing the neck.
doing
Oh,
it.
dude. Yeah.
Just flex your neck real quick.
Doing the Lando Norris. Like, nah, man, our necks would just be bungee cords, man. We would absolutely get torn apart.
Yeah. Everyone who says that they can drive a race car, no, you can't. Sorry, Bell. Even though I think I look like Logan Sargent in my league races, I can't compare. But
Cannot compare.
fuck, man, I'm so bad at racing. It's actually laughable. I've DNF'd like 4 of my last 5
You have
races.
not.
I have, dude. Last one was at Baku. That one was just the wall's fault. It was just there. I was too. But fuck, man, it's brutal.
What do you guys race on specifically?
We play F1 and Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Interesting. Okay.
But
I kind of want to, if one day you guys have a league race later at night, like I will come and I will do one because
oh, dude,
I
we'll
do want
get
to,
you in there.
I haven't raced. I'll play the sim tomorrow, maybe after work a little bit. And because I want to see how bad you are on track. I
Oh,
haven't played in forever. So I wouldn't say that I'm not going to hype myself up to be the absolute
it's
world champion of the league. But
it's just I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about me. I lose focus, which I mean we all know that my focus is that of a goldfish.
buddy, just
Uh,
take a Vivan before you play.
yeah, just
Yeah.
but no, it's ridiculous. That and my inputs. I'm just slow as shit. It's awesome.
Like a
Um,
gearing?
gearing, braking, throttle, I just everywhere, dude. I need to get someone that we've had on the podcast break down my driving and like actually coach me.
Tell you
It
what's
actually
wrong.
yeah, yeah. Be like, okay, whole thing, just start over. Like just
The
sell your
reset.
wheel.
Yeah,
Sell your wheel.
reset.
Stick
Yeah.
to yapping.
So funny.
Yeah, stay away from reading too. That's a good
Yes.
one.
Stay away from reading. You and me both today. We got bitten by the
Yeah.
bug.
It's my brain's scrambled eggs. It's the eclipse, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I store right at it. Unfortunately, I've actually been voice detecting the entire time to hear what the notes are because I'm blind. I'm fully
Yeah,
blind now.
I've
So,
got that dot that they're saying you're gonna get when you
yeah.
stare in. Yeah. It's gonna be fun just being blind for the rest of my life.
I look like such a nerd wearing those glasses today.
No, dude, they
Oh,
were cool.
over top of my reading glasses, I promise you, I look like a loser.
You're gonna burn holes in like your face, just like with the magnifying glass.
Buddy, I had to see, man. I can't see. I'm blind now, man. I had to get these them
Yeah.
clipped on, these reading glasses, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Get them glued to your face.
Automatic.
Automatic still is, baby. What else do you have for us, Spencer?
Another topic of discussion that we talked about a few weeks ago, which will still be the topic of discussion for many weeks and many
Many
months to come,
months.
as we see more open seats open at the Formula One grid in 2025. The Red Flags podcast, which is another Formula One podcast, recently had Will Buxton on. I got it. Don't worry.
Skin, buddy.
Discussing where Carlos Sainz will go in 2025, and they brought up the open Mercedes seat. The hosts were actually immediately shocked when Will shut that down immediately, saying that Antonelli already has that seat in Mercedes, and the reason why is that Toto still has resentment from letting Max go when he was moved up in the latter series. Am I allowed to say I told you so, or do I have to wait to say that?
No, you can say it.
I'll say we told you so because you also were kind of on that page, but yeah, we told you so.
Yeah, no, it's been a lock. So
It's
wait,
been a lock.
yeah. So wait, Antonelli's got the seat. Yeah, that's what I'm taking away from this.
Basically the point of this is that they're basically suggesting that Antonelli. Wow, you hear that voice crack?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Have
I
a
am
sip of your
falling apart.
T4.
Yeah, I am falling apart at the hinges. Gosh, these reading glasses, man. I've literally had cataracts and then I've just turned old.
Yeah.
So apparently Antonelli's got that seat. I think that's the end of the discussion with it. Looks like George Russell and Antonelli will be basically Mercedes boys come next year. So we'll see.
Hell yeah, dude. That'll be awesome. I'm excited for a rookie because, dude, what? 2 seasons without one? One season without a rookie.
Yeah, I wouldn't even count Logan Sargent. I don't even know why.
Guy sucks.
Yeah, he just doesn't count.
Guy sucks. But yeah, it'll be really exciting to get him onto the grid. And I don't know. I'm just excited for some fresh blood, to be honest. Just
that's all you want.
Happens.
That's all McGregor wants is some fresh blood. That's why they don't let him around preschools anymore. He just wants some fresh blood.
Racing's just a little stale for me right now. Like it's, same more or less thing every week. A couple controversies, couple crashes. Not that it's not losing its magic. It is still one of the best things ever. But it's just like, let's get a new storyline here.
I'm just waiting. I'm patiently waiting for IndyCar ovals.
Yeah, dude. When IndyCar season fully turns on, it's going to be awesome. That, and it feels like we've had endless back-to-back weeks off of racing, like F1. Like we're on what? We have one every 2 weeks, essentially.
Yeah, basically. I just want to sit like a sped kid with my headphones on, listening to the oval go around and around. That's all I want to do.
Just rock back and forth.
Yep, just rock back and forth. It's coming soon. The IndyCar ovals will spice up, not reignite the passion a bit.
Yeah,
I think they've had this race was good, as we'll get into in a little bit. It was good come, mid-pack racing. I said it. I called it. I knew Max was going to be fucking gone. What? You thumbs up?
No, dude, you just did a thumbs up.
Did I do a thumbs up?
How the hell did that work? I don't know. Yeah, it did. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, nice. He's McGregor's floored that when we thumbs up on the screen, it pops up as an emoji on the StreamYard.
This is ridiculous. This is way beyond technological advancement. We're living in the peak right now, Spence.
They're taking over.
Yeah, they're gonna take over during the eclipse today.
Yeah,
but that was a brainwashing tactic.
That was basically the mid pack was decent, but yeah, the racing hasn't been incredible. But wait till IndyCar ovals come back, and we will be rejoicing.
Yes, sir. Can I take us into the what the fuck of the week?
Heck yeah, because not
Hell yeah, brother. This week we saw the best fans in the world in Japan. I have never seen fans like this anywhere except Japan. And they turn out in troves with the best gear, best signs, best hats and helmets, you name it. There's unbelievable people. This is hands down, like, I'm not a huge fan of the track per se, but this is the one race that I really want to go to that's like way overseas, just to be with these lovely, lovely people.
They definitely take it to a new level. They're by far the best fans.
Hands down.
They're so creative in the way that they are fans. Even with their kids, like everyone's involved in, being a Max super fan or just a fan of the sport in general.
Yeah, dude. And like the amount of people that you saw in full like replica suits and helmets, or, the dude that had the Red Bull kit on and then took everything off and it was the Aston Martin. That video is my absolute favorite. But dude, like it's unbelievable. And they might be some of the most respectful fans. Any sport, like even in I think it was World Cup, maybe some soccer tournament, like, they're seen cleaning up the stadium after. Like it's unbelievable. You can't beat them.
No, like soccer fans in general, like are not incredible. Neither are hockey fans. Like there's always someone's got to ruin the sport, but the fans were dialed.
They're dialed. It's awesome. And I hope we get other fans that turn out in different but equal magnitude ways. Like, I mean, we used to see it with the Orange Army and the Netherlands with their smoke grenades and shit. Horrible. That was a little rough. But if they could rebrand, maybe take up like really cool posters or chants, I'd love to see some chants.
The security should just allow the Orange Army to have their orange sticks, but when they swap them out, just put hand grenades in them.
Yeah. Pull the pin, bang.
God, they're the worst, man. Like, you can't even see the track. It's just Cheeto dust. Imagine you paid like 1,500 bones to go sit in the stand, and then you just have orange smoke just in your face.
Yeah, that's so aggressive. That's like there's this category of fans in soccer called ultras.
Oh
And so what
gosh.
they do is they, all of them show up full out ski mask. Well, in
Nice.
in certain places, they show up full ski mask, and then they're the ones that are doing the pyro and like throwing shit onto the field,
Too
starting
much.
fights,
It's
starting
too much.
chants. Like that is just unbelievable fandom. But yeah, no. If we could get something better than that, I'd like to see fans try somewhere. That'd be sweet.
And the fans were absolutely loving, of course, Yuki Tsunoda scoring points at his home
Point,
race in Japan. Point, single
point.
point, uno. For the first time in his Formula One career. Of course, he won the Formula 4 Japan series. However, this is his first point that he's received in Formula One at his home race,
Yeah.
which allows back-to-back top 10 finishes for him. With his race ending on a high in P10, how bad does this look for Daniel Ricciardo?
It's looking rough, man. Yuki's showing that there is not a ton of pace, but there's some pace. There's enough to score a point or maybe two. And Daniel's just not there to collect. He's getting outperformed week over week. It was a pretty nice overtake that Yuki had on
Oh, and the
Ricciardo.
S's, dude.
Bro.
Oh my gosh, dude. Passing out on the outside, man. I had my hand in my pants watching that, man. It was impressive.
Yeah, dude, it was unbelievable. And you know what? This is just nailing Ricardo's coffin shut. Sorry to say it. I don't want to keep repeating myself. But yeah, it's just a matter of time till Ricardo's gone.
Yeah, it's not good. I like to see how competitive Yuki was. He did not care, even though on the restart he dropped to 17th, although he was starting, I think it was P10 or P9.
Yeah.
He dropped back to 17th and he made the move in the inside, and it was just disgusting on the
Yeah.
restart. He saw the line, he moved himself up nearly 5 places right off the hop into the first turn. He looked confident the majority of the race, and you knew that he was collecting points. He was going there
Yeah.
to
He was
collect
a man on
points.
fire. Absolutely, he was getting them.
He was the most dialed man on track. I know, I'm pretty sure Charles had won the driver of the day,
Yeah.
but I completely disagree. I think he's a solid number 2 for that weekend. I think Charles starting P8 and finishing P4 on pit strategy was incredible. He looked incredible throughout the entire race. I didn't think he had the pace, but they had the strategy, which was incredible. I'll say incredible one more time.
One more.
But Yuki Tsunoda, as an entire race and weekend, was outstanding. He was definitely the best driver. He went in there and, showed why he is the best RB driver. And I got nothing else to say.
He's driver number one. Put the sign over his office or whatever you need to do. That's him. He is the guy now. And I think they're going to continue developing the car around him anyways, even though that's what it sounds like, at least from the Ricardo camp. But yeah, dude, he was on fire out there, and like, dude, just hell of a race from Yuki. This is the most we've ever talked about him on the podcast.
Yep.
And I think it's probably going to be the last time we talk about him this
Probably.
month. But no, dude, he was awesome, and you just can't beat the kid. So, there's another big talking point that I was thinking of on the way in here to this podcast that I moved into my desk for. Yeah, when I rolled out of bed. But dude, the overtakes in Japan are awesome. Just going around the outside on like the spoon, was it spoon or 130R?
Yep.
Like that is such a ballsy take. And we saw it a bunch of times, specifically overtaking Mercs most of the time, it seemed like. I'm not sure if they had reverse on the car or I'm not sure what the hell was going on with those guys. They finished 7th and 9th with Russell outperforming Hamilton again. But it just seemed like it was, from bad to worse for them.
I will tell you what's wrong with them. They are done. They have buttoned putting the holes in the coffin and nail them shut because they're done. It's unfortunate. I don't see any recovery from this team in the slightest. There's no engineering updates. Lewis is leaving. Russell is sad. It's a sad day to be a Mercedes fan. And unfortunately, I don't see any actual working towards change for this team. I don't see anything that's going to happen. It's going to allow them to be competitive. they will be lucky, fucking lucky, if they even collect a podium this year. And it's sad to say, but I really honestly don't even see that.
Yeah, I know you've got that ongoing Lewis bet to not win 2 races. That's not even a question anymore, so you should go and hammer that if it's still available, but
It is not. They've closed those lines.
fuck,
So you
yeah.
should listen to me earlier than later because there's no
Yeah.
chance that he was ever going to win a race.
No, dude, it's actually so rough to see kind of how fast Mercedes has fallen since, 2021 when they're fighting for the title, until now, which is, I saw a stat comparing their year-over-year performances, like, with the number of points that they've collected, and it is so far off of how many points that they've collected in the first, 4 races or 5 races, whatever it's been.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sad to see, but you know what? We'll see another team. We're seeing Red Bull surge in dominance right now, just like Mercedes did for 8 years straight. And then we're going to see a new team, a new player has arrived, and then that's just Formula One for you, baby.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
I had a little food for thought amidst the recording for the race, of course.
Yeah.
I have a little food for thought in regards to, do we think that Yuki is one of the best fit for Red Bull with his attitude? He's very cutthroat like Max. He's ultra competitive. He does not care what he does on track. I thought today, I said, he is nearly one of the most ideal Red Bull drivers that you could pick up. And I wanted to see what you thought in that comment.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? It's a great question, Spence. I think he's got that similar cold focus that Max has, where he's doesn't give a shit. He can say his sorries later, but he's going to do what he's going to do now. Do I think it's a good fit for the Red Bull team? I don't think so. I think they need, the Sergio Perez who's absolutely clipping along right now. He's doing well. I think they kind of need that primary, secondary, or, that aggressive, and then the support staff almost that Perez is acting as. So to have 2 dominant Red Bulls, I think that would cause a lot of fighting and a lot of, Hamilton Verstappen-esque crashes, where, they're just going off together. Or sorry, not Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton Rosberg crashes.
Mm-hmm.
That was a case of 2 very dominant, very cold, very hard drivers. And, it got them into the grass a couple times, which is never where you want to be as a team. So do I think it's a good fit? Maybe not. What do you think, Spence?
Yeah, it depends. It's funny that you bring up Perez as well, because by the end of the month, apparently he will have a decision whether he's staying or leaving Red Bull. So I think that if he continues in the way that he is in terms of collecting P2s, being, the Rubens Barrichello to Mr. Michael, he can continue to be Mr. 2. I think he has no reason to leave or the team consider for him to get the boot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of see what happens and progresses there. I think Max and him have a pretty decent relationship. There's no point in messing that up.
Yeah.
So we'll see what kind of comes out of that. But for now, Sergio Perez still is undecided to where he's going, but I think he will probably stay depending on if he continues to perform and collect results. But in the question of Yuki and is he one of the best Red Bull drivers, I think that he's looking over the past 10 years. I think a lot of the guys that have gotten the boot weren't cutthroat. And I know at times we make fun of Yuki for swearing and getting aggressive, but they want a vocal guy in regards to not saying his emotions, but just being frustrated to demand perfection to an extent.
Yeah.
Now, I think he's matured in the fact that last year we kind of saw him argue a lot while he was driving when he just needed to shut up and drive. And I think he's kind of taken that anger and understand he needs to just put it behind the seat and keep it there. So he's matured in the fact that he's collecting points consistently now. So yeah, I think that Yuki's a very dynamic driver and what Red Bull is looking for. So yeah, I definitely think Yuki's going to continue to do well. Will Lawson get that seat soon? What's Ricardo's? I think so.
Yeah.
I said 3 races or, 1 DNF for him. So we'll see what kind of progresses.
Yeah. And just to take that one further, I think that personally, my perfect team that I would put Yuki on would be probably Aston Martin. If I could somehow get rid of Stroll, throw him on the Aston Martin team.
I get him off so bad.
He could just he could tear shit up there. And you know what? Fernando needs a partner because he had another hell of a race too this weekend. He finished 6th, was it?
Yeah, I think
5th?
it was 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? I mean, he's been on fire all season so far, and Stroll's been nowhere to be found. But that would be my perfect world, my perfect ideal. Just have Fernando and Yuki just tearing it up, lighting it up. I think
Tearing it up.
those two would also be one of the best pairings in the club. If you had to go on a night out with 2 drivers, I think those are your guys there.
That's a solid. Yeah, Fernando's definitely got to be a beast, and Yuki's just a good guy that girls want to talk to because he's just a handsome, cute devil. So I think that'd be a solid power duo for sure.
Hell yeah! But
hell yeah,
brother. Oh, dude, you know what, Japan, as much as people are shitting on it, I think it was a fantastic race for the strategy that kind of prevailed, and the the number of high speed and medium speed overtakes that happened it was unbelievable. It was so cinematic the way that some of these cars were passing each other, and you also had some great battles down low. So you know what, if you can look past the fact that they're not going for 1 and 2 and 3, then you can be happy with it, right?
You got to set your bar lower in what we're witnessing. So I think the race was great too. I watched the 30-minute because I wasn't staying up to 1 a.m. And even if you did, you got a red flag anyway, so that fucking sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
On lap 1. So I think it was a good race altogether. I think it was well put together. But I'm excited for China. China's been
China's gonna be sick.
First sprint of the year. So we definitely have something to look forward to for next weekend. But before we head into anything else, of course, we want to get into another race sponsor of the podcast, the Hall of Fame collection. This company has one of the largest motorsports memorabilia collections in the world, including gear from nearly every driver you see on the grid, like helmets from Lando Norris or raced used suits from Charles Leclerc. Interested in what they have in stock? Well, head to the website at www.racinghalloffame.com for all your racing needs. This week, the new website will go live.
No way.
The boys have been grinding. The boys have been sleeping. The boys have had to have a much needed dose of espressos. But yes, the website is finally done. Should be live Friday, if not Monday. But new website coming. It's incredible. It looks great.
It will change the shopping experience for you. I've had a little sneak peek. It looks fantastic. And it just makes, the products that you guys have that are so amazing, makes them look even better online. So I'm super excited to see that go live. Also, check out the Racing Hall of Fame collection social media. So you can just see Spencer lighting it up on the TikToks. He's done just fantastic things.
Yeah, I just do the Renegade all day. It's what I do. When people ask, what do you do for a full-time job? I say, I just do the Renegade. So
I gwitty with helmets on.
Yeah, I literally gwitty across the room, and then they pay me money. So
yeah, buddy, you're a professional. Anything you get paid for, you're a professional.
Simply as McGregor puts it. So other than that, the last thing we have, of course, is the betting lines, which the boys love. The boys came back strong this week, going 2 for 2. Red flag comes out very early, which was the first lap. First lap comes out plus 250, and Max, being the fastest qualifier, captures the fastest lap and wins the race in a dominant fashion, hitting the plus 162 extremely easily. So we went almost, just over a plus 400 weekend. So if you bet with Spencer, you could have turned your $100 into $400. So keep it easy, keep it light. McGregor's looking like a meme man over there with the look on his face. But we went out there and showed him what should have been the weekend before.
Yep. Spencer, you did a hell of a job. It was nice just watching my betting account just fly up. It was sick.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
The last thing I would say is if you can still bet Carlos Sainz to outperform his teammate Charles Leclerc, please do so. I suggested it when the line was plus 175 and it has now dropped to 140. This line will soon be negative, so hit this before it's a favorite sooner rather than later.
Yep. Hammer that so hard.
Yep.
So hard, you just hammer it. Pull out the hammers, whip them.
Just pull out the hammers and hit them. Yeah. Other than that, that is basically all I got for us this week. McGregor, do you have anything else? I don't have any gambling lines this week because we don't have a race. So
No race, unfortunately. What do we have going on this week? No racing. Yeah, sucks.
No racing.
I got the Masters on this weekend, but that's not
Yep.
racing related. Remember to buy your t-shirts. We've got them back in stock, larges and XLs, and maybe a couple mediums kicking about.
Yep.
But also, if you've got them, send us pictures wearing the shirts.
Send us pics.
I've got some awesome ones from the weekend. Bowling in a Fuel and Fumes t-shirt is something that you need to do because we did it and it was awesome. But yeah, just send us your shirts or send us pictures of you in your shirts enjoying them.
Don't send us your shirts. We
Don't
want you to wear them.
Nope. Yep. We will send them to you actually.
Mm.
But yeah, shipping's available.
Oh, and last thing, we're gonna do the giveaway this week. We're gonna give away a full case of C4.
Woo!
Yeah, so we're do this week. I got all the social stuff ready to go. Legals come back, give me the thumbs up, ready to go. So we are good to go. You have to be 18 plus, but other than that, we got you.
Hell yeah, Spencer.
Hell yeah, brother.
And with that,
we
are. Bye. Love you. Thank you.